Now listen, I ain't the one to gossip, because I ain't. But I'm just saying, check this out. The story of Judah impregnating his daughter-in-law. Now, that's some tea. And at this point, you already know what to do. Swipe, swipe, or swipe. But whatever you choose to do, just know we're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about Jesus. Yeah. So the purpose of me bringing this story up is not because Judah slept with his daughter-in-law and impregnated her. It is more so about seed. So I'm going to give you the short story because you shouldn't just take my word for it. You should read it yourself. It's in Genesis 38. So Judah had a total of 3 sons. The first one was killed because he did evil in the sight of the Lord. The second one was also slain because instead of him bringing forth his deceased brother's seed, he decided to waste it on the floor. And for those who know, you know, and I shouldn't have to elaborate, right? And him wasting that seed on the floor angered God. And that's what brought forth his judgment. So you're probably like, well, why would it matter that he wasted his seed on the floor, right? Why would it matter? And what caused him to be slain was what was in his heart. He didn't want to raise up his son's child. So he was like, why would I sit here and impregnate a woman when I know that this child coming out of her would not be considered mine, but my deceased brother's, because it was tradition for them back then. So Judah makes a promise to Tamar, which is the wife of the first 2 sons, that she will marry his third son. Just give him some time to grow. Aside from that, just go ahead and go home. You know, my other 2 sons are deceased now. At this point, it's pretty much your fault. And really, I don't plan for you to marry my third son because I wish you would take this one out. I'm not sure if that was said, but I'm pretty sure that was the thought. And let me tell you why I think this was the thought. Because Tamar ends up finding out that Judah is in town because his wife has passed away, and then she ends up seeing that his third son has now come of age, and she's like, oh, but you ain't give him to me. Oh, okay. So what does she do? She dresses up like a harlot. She dresses up as a prostitute. So you want to talk about a redemption of a seed? How about when she dressed up as a harlot and Judah ended up sleeping with her? He wanted her burned, but the fact that she ended up pregnant by him, he was like, oh, you more righteous than I am. This story goes all the way out its way to tell us about twins that were coming out of Tamar. Tamar was just the vessel to the seeds, but the fact is that those seeds had to come forward, and they were going to come forward, no matter who they came from. They were coming forward, and because those seeds had to come forward, and the reason that it disappointed God that the second brother just decided to waste the seed, just think about this for a moment. That even if those seeds weren't yours, that you were still responsible for those seeds. And so when we, as a people, children of God, we have to act accordingly and responsibly with not just our children, but us as a seed. Like, God done planted seeds in us. I've heard this saying by Myron Golden. It's not by him, but he repeated the guy's name, and I can't recall the guy's name. But the saying is that man counts the number of seeds in an apple, and God counts the number of apples in a seed. That's it.